Yeah, the next question kind of hits home too, because I think I've been in this person's shoes when I first started out doing underwriting and analytical work on investment property. So let me read the question. It's a little lengthy, so I'll try to read it quickly. If anyone could give me some pointers on metrics to look up, where to find reliable data, housing over undersupply, how to conceptualize my analysis, etc., that would be enormously helpful. I have access to CoStar, Yari, MSCI, RCA. Good tools. I kind of empathize with you because I've been in that shoe before when, my boss used to say, hey, do the market survey from the sub-market to the district. So let me kind of start with a little bit larger framework. I mean, it doesn't have to go this way, but for me personally, I like to do macro view to micro. So as an example, if I'm taking, Atlanta or, Atlanta MSA or the Dallas MSA, I will look at the whole MSA in general. And I think CoStar is going to be able to give you pretty good market indication on cap rates, absorption rates, available square footage, and all that stuff. Zillow, Redfins, MLS, or Real Logic, they're going to have pretty good analytics for, single family home as well too. So from a macroeconomics, you really want to look at organic growth of population or in migration. So right now, everyone's, hearing California, New York, people are leaving for Florida, Tennessee, and Texas, right? So that's true. So the Texas population is going to grow, right? Is that going to Houston? Is it going to Dallas, Austin, San Antonio? So you should be looking at metrics, that gives you growth of population. That's going to be very important, right? More population means you need more assets, right? You need more services, you need more retail, you need more multifamily. So that's what your investors are looking for, where the population is going. So that's number one thing you should be really looking at. Second, if you have retail sources, demographic, right? It's actually, ethnic demographic as well as income is going to be very good, right? Because as an example, what your investors are going to be looking at in your narrative you're saying is, look, this area here, XYZ, median income is $98,000. That's pretty high compared to the national average, right? That means you're going to have a higher demographic of people spending differently. So you're going to have maybe Nordstrom versus Macy's, right? For malls. You may have Shake Shack Burger versus Wendy's. So those are very important when you're looking at investments, right? Those are going to be more macro, right? So then you look at that, you look at job also is very important, right? How much, is it dynamic, economy, right? So as an example, Las Vegas is very linear, right? It's hospitality driven. So don't quote me on this, but so it's been a while. So I read a long time ago before the 2008 crash. One hospitality job at the casino provides 4 additional ancillary jobs. So if you have a cashier at the casino, or if you have a blackjack dealer, right? Those people working there is going to create 4 additional service jobs, right? A cook, right? Or a restaurant, or dry cleaners, or service, mechanics, things like that. So that's why you really want to know what type of industry that market is really attracting. So Arizona, Phoenix, as an example, before it used to be very linear to maybe dual economic sources where you have tech, finance, education, healthcare. So it's really booming, right? So that's why you have to be looking at those data to see what's there. Another really good metric is going to be Division 1 schools, right? So is there large universities around? So if you look at, Tempe, Arizona is ASU, right? And ASU is one of the largest public schools in the nation. I think they have like 67,000 people enrolled, right? So that means it's a college town. You have younger population, right? You have a lot of, job growth. You have, after they leave, do they stay? Do they leave, right? So naturally, you're going to be looking at if there's going to be, who's the employers, right? So those are the things you have to really kind of look out for. If you have a good university, there's going to be a younger population. If there's tech, right, there's going to be other ancillary suppliers to that tech, right? So for instance, in Arizona, you have TSMC, which is a chip maker coming in to Phoenix, and that's going to bring 25,000 jobs, but it's going to also bring additional suppliers and vendors that supply them. So it's going to grow, right? So those are the things that you want to think carefully because you want to narrate to your investors. And being an analyst, you'll find out later on that one is You can make anything look good or you can make anything look bad. And you can always use data to support your thesis. So I can look at a deal and I can put in justifiable assumption to make the deal look bad because I may not like the deal and there's a lot of risk. Or also I could make the deals look good. So it's very subjective. So make sure that you're looking at it very objectively and trying to provide the best advice and narrative for your investors. Hey guys, sorry I'm a little bit under the weather today, but appreciate you and thank you for watching the content. If you found the content valuable, feel free to share and subscribe. We will definitely appreciate that.